Hey everybody, my name is Casey and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to be doing a design on the beach. So this is kind of the last little bit that I have to do on my island is just finish up my beaches. So I'm going to just start up the Island Designer app and then I will let you know what I'm working on throughout the video. The kind of general idea I have for this beach area is to make a little like plant shop or like greenhouse. So I'm just laying down some paths right now. So I'm going to test out this path and see if I like it, and then I will stop back in a little bit. So now what I'm doing is just laying down these stalls, and I'm just trying to get kind of like, I'm trying to gauge and see what it looks like with this grass kind of flowery pathing. So I found this really pretty flower standee code, so I was just kind of testing that out, and now I'm going to place down some items on top of the stalls. I'm not entirely sure that I love this flowery pathing with these stalls. I feel like it just might be like a little bit too much, and also I kind of want to move these stalls over a little bit just so I have more room to decorate, so I'm just dragging them over. I realize I probably could have just picked them up, but I believe my pockets were full and I just didn't want to like empty them, and so I just dragged them on over. But now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and use this plank pathing instead. I just feel like it kind of meshes in nicely with the stall codes and kind of the items that I have on top of it. It's more kind of like simple, whereas that flowery pathing is really detailed, and I just felt like it was kind of too much going on. So now I'm going to just put these standee codes right in front of the stalls, and then I will go ahead and start with the next part of this build. I also just wanted to say thank you so much. We just hit 700 subscribers and I just am feeling so grateful. I really appreciate everybody who watches my videos, who takes the time to leave a comment, likes them. It really means so much to me, and I'm really excited. We're getting really close to our goal of 1,000 subscribers. So to everybody who has supported me and watched my videos, just know that I really appreciate each and every one of you. I am also working on a new kind of style of video. I'm not sure if it'll be a new series, but I have that in the works. I don't know if I want to say too much about it yet, but I'm really excited. It's a style of video that I do like watching myself on YouTube, so I hope it's something that you will enjoy. And if there's anything that you are interested in seeing on my channel, please feel free to drop it below. But I just wanted to say a big thank you to everybody for 700 subscribers, because it truly means the world to me. So right now what I am doing is I am going to lay down this flowery version of this path. I think I will be able to incorporate it right in front right here, because it's still like a good distance away from the standees where it shouldn't like affect it too much. I'm just trying to get the general shape of it down. It's kind of hard for me to play around with these 9-tile pathings and get them into the right shape, so you'll kind of just see me messing around with different pieces and kind of getting the shape that I think looks best for this area. First, I'm trying out this kind of like big, I don't know, it looks like a big butterfly honestly, and I'm not a big fan of it, so I'm just kind of making it a little bit smaller, and I think the smaller version does end up looking better, and it's kind of like a little more simple. So I'm going to just go ahead and finish laying down the tiles right here, and then we will move on to the next part. So now what I'm going to go ahead and do is just fill in this area around the pathing with flowers, and then I do want some of them to look like they're kind of just blooming. I did just plant them as like a fully bloomed flower and then just ran through them. I cut out that part in the video though, because it just looks kind of crazy, me just running around at like 4 times speed in these flowers, but if you didn't know, you can plant a fully bloomed flower and then just run through it, and it'll kind of just make it a little more subtle. I love doing that on my beaches. And so now that I have that all done, what I'm going to go ahead and do is try to start decorating the area around the kind of, I don't know, border, I guess you could call it, of the flower shop. So I'm just adding in some different items that you would see in a flower shop or kind of like a greenhouse. So I will let you all watch me do that for a little bit, and then I will check back in. So I think I've mentioned this before, but I really like the backgrounds of my builds to look really nice and full. So right now what I'm doing is just placing down like a little circular code and adding in that mush parasol. I just think it adds some nice depth for the area. And then I'm just putting a little, I think that's called like a tree's bounty lamp on the mush stool. I just think that pairing looks really cute together. And then I'm gonna go ahead and start to fill in the rest of this empty area next to the flower shop. So I definitely struggled with what to put on this side right here. I tested out the flower path, but I didn't like it, so I decided I'm gonna just lay down a blanket coat and then put some items on top of it, because I figured whoever's working at this little plant shop can have like a little area where they just kind of like chill and relax on their breaks. So that's kind of like my idea or inspiration behind that area. And then speaking of ideas and inspirations, so I have completely revamped my card. I announced that in my last video. So if you haven't checked that out, check it out. I'll put it in the description, but I just wanted to mention that I now have a little submission that you can fill out if you would like me to tour your island for my channel. So if you're interested in that, please feel free to fill out the Google form. You just go to my card and then it'll be a little button on there that says Island Tour Submissions, and then you can just fill out those questions on that form. So I'm really hoping if you want your island toured, you fill that out, because I would love to be able to tour your island for a video. Just the inspiration word just kind of reminded me of that, if you're wondering how I link those two, because I have a question on there asking what was like the inspiration behind your island. And this card, literally, you guys, I've been working on it non-stop every day for the past couple of weeks, so it's just kind of all I've been thinking about. But I hope it's helpful for all of you. I'm gonna keep on updating it every time I can find the proper credit for the codes. I don't want to upload a code unless I can credit the creator, unless they have no social media, then that can also be an option. But I really want to be able to credit all of the amazing creators that we have within this community, because honestly, without them, I feel like my island would just not be as good. So anyways, let's get back to the build. Right now what I'm doing is just laying down this little kind of stepping stone path, and then I am just bordering this stepping stone path with some flowers and then some little flower sprouts. I'm just taking some flower bags and planting them, and they just kind of look like that on your beach, and they won't grow or anything like that. So that's another kind of like little design tip that I use a lot on my beaches. So now I'm just filling in a lot of this area with different types of flowers or little flower stems. I mean, let's be honest, my whole island is basically covered in flowers, so I figured I can just go all out on my beaches. Plus, this build did take me quite a bit of time. It was just, I've done so many different islands, so I think that's why my beaches are taking me a little bit longer, because I do want them to be unique and kind of different from my previous island. So that's why I'm just kind of going crazy with flowers over here. And then after we are done over here, we will go back and start to work on finishing up the other side of the flower shop and then filling in a little bit of the space behind it. So right now I'm gonna just work on this little seating area. So I just laid down a Zen cushion, and then I'm just trying to figure out if I want to have any other seating. I decided just to leave it with one cushion. I just figured it could be for one person, or if it's two people, they can come and kind of take breaks at this little seating area. And then I'm just putting down a homework set because I figured, you know, if you're working, you're probably, especially if you're working in a flower shop, I would kind of assume it would be kind of like a more relaxed environment so you can just chill and work on your homework. But right now I am just going in and adding some drop star fragments. I have these all over my island, so that's a really nice touch. A detail you can add on your own island. It doesn't even have to be star fragments. It could be mushrooms, pine cones, acorns. I just really like how that looks. And then I'm just adding in some of these star clocks, but turned around right here. It kind of looks like a bigger star fragment. So I'm going to just fill in the rest of these little empty areas, and then I will stop back in. Now all I have to do is just go ahead and fill in this empty area back here with some of these wooden planks and then just some flowers. I just want to make sure this area has a lot of depth and detail, and then I will take you all on the final walkthrough. Alright, so here we are. I am just starting at the entrance to our little plant shop. So as you can see, we have a lot of flowers in this area right here, but then you can kind of see just the little flowers right here that look like they're just kind of blooming. And then if we head on over this way, this is the little seating area that I made for whoever would be working at the flower shop. They just have like a little homework set right here. And then I just put that little grape dish on the side right there. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and head back right to the center of this flower shop. I hope you all enjoyed the speed build. I hope it was able to help inspire you for design ideas for your beach. Don't forget to check out my card, which will be linked in the description below. There you can find all of the custom designs I use on my island, as well as being able to submit your island for an island tour for my YouTube channel. So if that's something you're interested in, it will be in the description below. But thank you all so much for taking the time to hang out with me and watch my video. If you enjoyed this video, please feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel and leave a like on it. But other than that, I will see you in the next one, and I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye!